Some people die for honor. Some people die for love. Some people die while singing to the heavens above. Some people die believing in the cross on Calvary's hill. Some people die in the blink of an eye for a $20 bill. Some people go out in glory, yeah, with the wind at their back. Some get to write their own story, write their own epitaph. Sometimes you see it coming, sometimes you won't know until you're out of breath with a knee on your neck for a $20 bill. Oh, brother, I never knew you. Now I never will. But I make this promise to you. I'll remember you still. Take, eat, this is the body. It's time to break the bread. Do this in remembrance, just like the good book says. Sometimes the wine is a sacrament. Sometimes the blood is just spilled. Sometimes the law is the devil's last straw. The future.
This is Cubs Radio.
Cubs Radio.
I'll remember.
You wanna listen in as the show begins. You're telling all your friends the party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. You're throwing out your tricks
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, right here in Levittown, New York, coming at you from govsradio.com. It is June 15th. It is June 15th. Wow. June is halfway over. Crazy. Time flies. It's almost summer. It's almost Father's Day. It's almost everything. It's almost back to normal, hopefully. Hey, it's the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com. Govsradio.com, our website, right there. YouTube, Facebook. That's where you'll see all of our govsradio.com shows. And, of course, on your smart TVs, your Apple TVs, your Rokus, your smart devices. If you download an app called Boxcast on those devices, that's where you can see all your govsradio.com shows. That's right, as our good friend Dr. Ken Pichelle says, we on TV! That's right. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. As promised, we started the show off with a song called $20 Bill by Tom Percato Rowe.
I'm going to go with Rowe.
Tom Percato Rowe, featuring Jackson Gillies, our pal Jackson Gillies, who was with us on Friday. Tremendously talented individual. And a mom next door who drops off drugs to him in his apartment. That's what he said.
Connie. Yeah. Connie rocks.
Oh, Connie's watching. And Ken Pichelle, Derek Mutispaw, my mother, Danielle, and Felix, and whoever else. Welcome, all you knockers. Hope everybody's well. We're very excited. We do have a very special guest today at 11:30. Kerry Godliman, who has been on she's on a lot of TV shows in England. Probably most famous here for being on the show Afterlife with Ricky Gervais. It's a Ricky Gervais show. It's on Netflix. Season 2 just played about a month or two ago on Netflix. They did announce that a third season is coming. It's a great show. She was also on his last show called Derek. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But Afterlife definitely seems to be picking up steam and exposure. I would say it's probably his most popular thing he's done since The Office.
Oh, yeah.
And Kerry Godliman plays his wife on that show, and she's fantastic. She's also a very funny stand-up comedian.
Yeah, her stand-up is tremendous. Yeah, I love it.
She's going to be on here at 11:30. We don't know. We're actually still trying to figure it out, so bear with us as we're doing things here. But we're still actually not sure if she's going to be on the screen or just talking to us on the phone. We're still in the midst of trying to figure all that out, and it's been a little crazy because of the big time difference. They're like 5 or 6 hours ahead of us, so it's been a little crazy this morning. But bear with us as we're trying to figure all this out. All right, yes. Even now they're telling me it's going to be an audio call, but I don't have a number. Although, actually, there's a number there.
You gave her the Govs radio number, though,
yeah,
correct?
but they're telling me to call them.
Oh, okay. So Carrie, is that what we have to do until we get a phone number?
Yeah, just keep yelling her name out. She'll answer.
You
So
know,
how was
that was the name that my mom wanted to name me, Carrie.
Carrie O'Neill?
Yep, she loved that name, and I've got 2 older sisters, and my dad stepped in and said, "You got the name the first 2. I get this one," so I got screwed out of the name Carrie.
Why, you would have preferred Carrie over Sallie?
I kind of like both. I mean,
they both end in E. Sallie,
E.
Carrie.
E. Yeah.
All right, so...
Yeah, the weekend. How was the weekend?
Yeah, how was everybody's weekend? Hope everybody did okay this weekend. Here at govsradio.com, we had Pasusu. Very funny as always. Don interviewed an Amish comic, and then he asked him all sorts of...
The Amish comic.
He asked him all sorts of Amish questions, which I thought was very funny. Where is it? And Ken Pichelle premiered a new song on there, the We on TV song. So that was interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting how I'm wondering how things are going to start changing because we have we're seeing like a lot more cars on the road. Things are opening up, businesses are opening up, and like for me, like I kind of coordinate the Quarantine Life show at 2 p.m. that we've all enjoyed for the last 2 or so months, and I'm already starting to get calls like, "Hey, my work called me back to work. I'm not going to be able to do this shift," which is, I think, great news. Nothing's better than hearing that someone got to go back to work and can't do a Quarantine Live. So
you're suggesting that because here on Long Island where we are, actually we talk about phase 2, but this whole phase thing is just a New York plan. So I don't know if
it's all over. Every state has their own phases.
Right, their own phases. So the phases are different.
Okay.
Than they are here.
Sure.
So basically things are slowly getting back to normal here. For us, this is a phase 2 where a lot of retail shops have opened up again. Places like Governor's Comedy Club, where we're broadcasting from, is not allowed to open yet.
But they're almost.
Let's take this
getting ready.
call. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Good morning. It's Joe Staz.
Good morning, Joe Staz. How are you?
All right. How you doing? How's your weekend?
What did you do, Joe?
I actually did nothing. I only made a comment about that lady that was coughing all over the food. I made a comment, legit comment, and I got blocked for 3 days.
Facebook has blocked you for 3 days?
Yep. This is my second time.
All right, we'll backtrack. What woman coughing on what food?
Well, they had a video of a woman coughing on, I forget where it was. She went in there with no mask or nothing. She went in there and started coughing all over the food, all over people. And I only made a stupid comment like, wow, how can that bitch do that?
Oh,
and I got banned for 3 days.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's no problem with that comment.
I think we all figured out what you did.
Oh, yeah? I didn't. What was it?
I mean, come on, give me a break. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
All right, so all right, let me get this right, though. This was somebody's cell phone video, or this was on TV? What was this?
It was on I think it was on the news. It's all over the place. So this one lady didn't give a shit, went in the restaurant, ordered her food, and then she had no mask on, and everybody saying, well, why don't you have a mask on? So she went back into the restaurant and started coughing all over everybody and all over the food. Wow. I'm like, you got to be shitting me.
Wow.
And I only made that comment, and that was it.
So when are you out of jail? Wednesday?
I'm out of jail on Wednesday, but if I do it again, I'm banned from Facebook.
Yeah, like I was a little worried when you just said it's your second time. They don't really mess around because they don't. Why would they even?
And
care?
they don't make it. They don't. You can't. It's very hard to dispute their decisions. So you're kind of stuck with their rules.
It's crazy. Yeah, the hell with their rules.
Behave yourself, young
Well,
man.
the hell with their rules, pal. But you don't want to get a lifetime ban. What would you do then?
Listen to me. Tony, listen to me.
Listening.
I'll change my IP address and I'll just go under my other name. I'll leave out one Z instead of two Z's.
Twosies.
Twosies. He's not going to be a twosie
He's
anymore.
a smart guy. He can change his IP
He's going to be a
address.
threesy.
And I notice you guys can't see me making comments, but I can see all you guys.
Oh, all right.
Really? Okay.
Well, yeah. So what are you watching on YouTube or our website? Or
No,
something?
I'm actually on Facebook. I could get on Facebook. I just can't make comments.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't check YouTube during the show, but you can comment on YouTube, and
okay.
we sometimes comment there, but
Not often.
Yeah, but usually, most people, almost everybody's commenting here, so you wouldn't be able to engage in conversation with everybody here.
Right.
Unless you.
Oh, it's understandable.
So, well, you use your mother-in-law for everything, so why don't you just use her Facebook profile and you can comment under her name?
No, I don't think so. She's back in the Stone Age with Facebook.
Well, that's perfect. So, sign up. You do it yourself. Sign up Facebook under her name, and then you can comment.
I had
Well, I have another name.
I actually have a relative who did that. Like she's someone in our family, and she just annoys everyone. She's like a cousin of mine, and everyone kind of unfriended her because she's a dick, and so her poor
It gets
dad,
annoying, yeah.
her poor dad, who's never been on Facebook ever, all of a sudden one day, that uncle is also unfriending everyone, and finally one of us was like, "We're pretty sure it's not him."
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm waiting for my bail money to show through, so I can get out of Facebook.
There you go. Well, that's just more money you steal from your mother-in-law to pay your bail.
All right, Joe.
And you stay out of trouble, young man. And
You got it.
And hopefully we'll see you. On Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. Take care, guys.
See you,
Thanks,
Joe.
Joe. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Joe Staz, convict.
Oh, yeah. So Andy Plagianos pointed out how interesting it is that there's a picture of you in front of an ice cream place. Because you've been with that one little thing that goes on in Facebook where they take a whole bunch of names and it gets like plopped.
Yeah,
everywhere.
everybody's posting these things. Most likely to slap the rear end of a bartender. Most likely to sing karaoke. Most likely to do this, and you put all your friends. I think it's been like 3 or 4 people got my name for what was it? Can be found at the ice cream shop
at the counter of an ice cream place. And yeah, you've got it's like the 4th time you've gotten that spot. So.
Well, then, sure enough, as you guys know, if you live here on Long Island, there's this hamburger joint called All American. It is the most unbelievable burgers I've ever had. They're just perfect. Elio Pace, who's watching, actually.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, we actually took him there. Actually, it's a year ago this week that he came in.
Oh, yeah, with his
for
dad.
his big award at the Independent Music Awards that he won for Best Long Form Video. Go check out Elio Pace. We took him to All American, him and his dad and the lovely Amy, and they loved it. So
it's hard to tell though. Like I find that like when you take Elio anywhere, he's just so happy. Like
he's always happy.
You never know like whether it really is the best burger he's ever had or whether it's just.
Are you insinuating that Elio was lying?
Well, there's been
dare
a couple
you?
of
That's
places.
blasphemy.
Remember the
Stop it.
restaurant you used to do your shows at that we don't even it's Voldemort. We don't even name it anymore.
The one in Massapequa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What a lovely dinner we had there." We're like, "You can't even identify the meat."
No,
in
no,
this
he
place.
meant it. They have bad food in England, which I'll probably we'll probably now get yelled at by Kerry Godliman for saying that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he just liked it.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, All American. So see again, we're talking about things starting to reopen after after the virus. All American opened, I guess maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and that was one of the happiest days of my life. Now this weekend, talking about the ice cream, right next door to All American is an ice cream shop called Marshall's. Again, if you're from Long Island, you know a town called Hicksville. That's where Sallie and I are from. That's where Billy Joel is from. That's where Lorraine Bracco is from, actually. Lorraine Bracco of The Sopranos. They have a place called The Sweet Shop, which we absolutely adore, and they have the best homemade ice cream there.
Yes.
However, Marshall's, if you like soft serve, and stuff like and cakes and all that stuff, to me, it's neck and neck. The Sweet Shop and this place, Marshall's, they opened up this past weekend. So I was like a kid at Christmas, and I had to go there, and I didn't care how long the line was to wait. I had groceries in the car from the frozen section. I didn't care. They sat in the car.
The whole freezer's filled with like ice cream cones from there now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But things are opening. It's really exciting. Like, even like I mean, I don't know. I think New York really kind of did it right. Considering, a lot of other places, maybe we should have started a little bit earlier. But I think considering the rest of the world, we started as fast as we probably should have, but not as well as New Zealand.
Well, true. Nobody did it like New Zealand.
I love New Zealand. New Zealand just cracked down for who knows, a month. Go get your supplies, stay in your house. Don't get on a plane. They would say, they say, get into your car and drive to a place.
Wasn't it 13 weeks?
No, I don't think it was that long.
Oh,
was
I thought
it?
it was. I thought
Maybe.
it was.
But sure enough, they've gone. New Zealand is on day 21 of no new cases in the entire country. They're actually playing rugby with fans in the stands.
Nice.
Not even just
we're getting there.
Them throwing it around the field. They're actually in the stands cheering on because they just stayed in their freaking house.
This weekend in New York State, the lowest number of hospitalizations and deaths since the pandemic began.
Say that again.
Here in New York, the lowest number
I'm
of
gonna smack you
hospitalizations.
so hard. You're not even gonna.
Well, would you listen to what I'm saying? The lowest number of hospitalizations and deaths since the pandemic began here in New York.
Okay.
Only 1.1% of yesterday's COVID tests were positive.
Yeah, and
here
they're
in New York.
testing all over the place. So, in fact, I got a thing from Chris Thomas.
Yeah, you did.
The other day.
You got a thing from Chris Thomas?
I got a thing from Chris Thomas. She's
Then
like,
you just ruined all my
go
fantasies. You
get
get a-
tested. So what was my reply to her? She's like, there's a free clinic. You can go get tested to see if you had it. And my only reply was, quit bossing me around, Chris Thomas.
Sal Couture says Elio definitely lies because he told Sal that he sings great.
Well, Sal does sing
Sal, you
great.
do sing great. And one of these days you got to come in here and sing.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you come in here as a guest someday, since we open up? That'd be
Andrew
awesome.
Cohen is watching. Hello, Carla Okeson. Rich Rada better than the bird poop? What? Joan Krupiesher, Jeff Posey, Kevin Mocker. Yeah, there's a lot of comments coming in. I'm not. Yeah, you think Facebook would have been more lenient if what? If what does that say?
Do you think
Biden's
Facebook would have been more
lenient if it was? I don't know what word.
biles instead?
I don't know what that word is.
Is that really how you spell lenient? Wow. What did Rich Rada say?
I don't know. He said something's better than bird poop. I don't know. Is it even Facebook without Joe's comments? Oh, I guess he's saying me eating the ice cream is better than eating bird poop since we had no soft serve ice cream available.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know.
all right.
All right. So there's more good news though with this, as things are coming back
Good.
to normal. Hopefully. There's again, if you're in this area, Long Island, there's a beach called Nickerson Beach, South Shore, Nassau County. It used to be called Nassau Beach, if that helps anybody. Robert De Niro and his Tribeca Film Festival that he has every year in New York City, and it's worldwide and well known. Since they can't do it in the city because of social distancing and whatever else, he's picked 3 or 4 different places in the country to have drive-by movies. And one of these locations is Nickerson Beach.
Drive-by movies or
Drive-in movies.
yeah,
Sorry,
drive-in movies.
Drive-by movies.
I'm like, I kind of want to see the whole thing.
You just see 5 seconds of a movie as you drive by and look at it. Well, that looks good.
Robert De Niro's mean. I can only see 2 minutes of a movie. I don't really like that at all.
So, and I believe that's sometime in July.
Oh, good.
And I believe L.A. and I think Chicago, I think, were the other locations. I think that's fantastic. It's great for people here. They can they don't have to travel into the city. They can go down to the beach and enjoy it. See some interesting movies that you might not see normally. And it's just a cool opportunity. And plus it's great for the county because with the pandemic and the loss of tax revenue, I would think the county would get something out of this.
Yeah, I hope so.
And there'll be temporary jobs during the festival down there at the beach. So I think this is great news. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy to hear that. Let's see. The global total recovered cases, right? We don't want to focus on the death. We're going to focus on the positive here. Global total recovered 3,786,462. Here in the United States, the recovery number 561,816. So congratulations. And we have so much good news coming through. It's summertime.
Good
We're
news.
getting back.
Good news today. Kevin's school called and said that we can go pick up all of his stuff out of the locker today. So there's going to be it's going to be kind of a zoo, I think. They have hours that you can go depending on the letter of your last name, and you just I think you're just going to pull up into the semicircle and jump out and get your stuff and leave. It's going to be crazy. Like Kevin's time frame is 5:30 at night. Isn't that weird?
Well, no, that's a good thing. That means everybody has different times, so it won't be.
Yeah, but you'd think it'd all be during school time, so it's going to be a busy day. He's finally going to get his violin. Yay.
All right, so sorry, I'm just setting this up. Like I said in the beginning, bear with me as we try to work
Carrie?
on last-minute plans to get Carrie on the phone. We are doing that in 5 minutes. Kerry Goldliman from the TV show Afterlife with Ricky Gervais on Netflix. All right, so that's coming at you in a few minutes. I guess we should do the announcements too.
Yeah, sure. Get it over.
Don't forget Governor's Comedy Clubs, all 3 Governor's Comedy Clubs here in New York, here on Long Island. They will be opening up soon as the government guidelines allow them to. They're working hard to obey all the social distancing laws, and they're working hard. They're preparing. There's going to be paper utensils. They're going to be taking temperatures. They're going to lower the capacity in the clubs. They're doing everything they have to do so that they'll be able to open up and bring you the great entertainment as soon as possible. We've been trying to push and support all the local businesses that have been open, that have remained open during this pandemic, and give them some support and credit. So we hope you guys support them as well, such as All Music in Plainview, musical instruments, repairs, you name it. 516-433-6969. They're in Plainview. They're doing curbside delivery by appointment, so get in touch with them and work that out. They're great over there. We personally know the owner. His name is Guy, and he's fantastic. So check them out. And, of course, don't forget One With Life Organic Tequila. OWL would be the initials. One With Life Organic Tequila. Go to their website. Order yourself some great tequila. They're Long Island-based. And fantastic, and they're delivering. So check them out. And, of course, Roslyn Social, they are doing curbside delivery, and they're also open. They have a deck up on their roof for rooftop dining, which is really cool, and their food is fantastic. 1363 Old Northern Boulevard in Roslyn, 516-801-4963. Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. Check out their to-go curbside menu. Why do I feel I left something out? Was that all? Yeah, that's it. Sorry. So we appreciate all the local businesses and everything they're doing, and as we're working towards getting things back to normal.
You didn't say what was going on, so I didn't want to interrupt if she's calling now, or do we have 5 minutes, or?
Yeah, we're calling her.
We're going to call her. Okay, right, in like 5 minutes? All right, cool.
Yeah, so we're good.
I wasn't sure if anything changed. Fran said she hasn't seen you, and you look great, and she's excited to see you on TV.
Thank you, Fran, and likewise. Fran Griffin, ladies and gentlemen, Fran, I'll play the video tomorrow, Fran, but I'll mention it real quick because we have to make a call in a second, but Fran Griffin, bear with me. I don't know if I have all the details right, but Fran has entered a contest through the Hallmark Channel, where the prize is you get a bit part in a Hallmark movie. So she's entered a contest. Fran, you know what? Put the details here in the comments so everybody can see it. So she needs votes. She posts these videos on their website, and then people have to vote. And she's made it through a few rounds, but she's in the top 10, but she still needs more votes to move up to the next round. And it is a little bit involved. You have to register and give them your email, but so what? Give them your email, and then, ask them to stop sending you emails after she gets voted in. So do Fran a favor if you don't mind. She's great and very talented, and I've been a friend of hers for 20 plus years. Vote for Fran. She wants to get on a Hallmark Channel movie. Vote for Fran, and let's help her move along. You have to make videos for your entries. So I have one of them. We'll play it tomorrow on the screen when we have more time. We'll play that tomorrow, and hopefully you just vote for Fran and support her.
And Kevin Mocker wants to know if we talked about Liberty DeVito in the news, and we talked about it a little bit, but more news came this weekend. I
have not mentioned it yet. I was going to mention it today. Liberty DeVito, a guest of our show a few times, he was the drummer for Billy Joel for 30 plus years. Every Billy Joel hit, Liberty is, I can think of, let's just say Billy Joel, I would say 90% of Billy Joel's hits, Liberty is the drummer on. He toured with Billy through Billy's heyday, at the height of his career. That's Liberty DeVito. You see drumming for him. He has a book coming out about his life. It's coming out next month. the big news, well, it's cool that he has a book coming out, but the big news is that Billy Joel has written the foreword to this book. And it's big news because Billy Joel and Liberty had a falling out. And that's why he stopped drumming for him. Well, Liberty has, the news is that Billy Joel and Liberty have made up. They've had some contact. They got together, they talked, and they have made up. And Billy was nice enough to write the foreword in this book. And who knows? We'll see where that goes. But it's an interesting story. We're happy for him that they've made up. Whether that becomes, whether he jumps for him again or not, doesn't matter. It's cool that these two friends have made up. And I'm sure I'm sure it's been a very healing and happy process for them. So good for them. Liberty, he did say he would come back on here to promote the book. We don't have anything finalized. He's been very busy promoting the book. Lots of calls coming in for him to make appearances and whatnot. So, but
he said that he would.
he
It's
did
just a
say
matter of,
he'd
like,
come in.
figuring
So,
out timing. So.
right. But if you go to look up, check out the book, look it up somewhere. I believe it's Hudson Music, something like that. But if you look it up on that website, Hudson Music, if you order the book before July 1st, he will personally autograph it for you. So
That's great.
But the book is available elsewhere. But if you want to get it autographed, you can do that. So there you go. That's the big news with Liberty DeVito. We will keep you updated there. For Liberty is our friend, and we want to get him in here. Like I said, he's been on our shows a few times, and he's a lot of fun. Oh, it's 11:30.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep you updated on Liberty. All right, so we're going to make the call. Now, I have to call. It's a long-distance call.
Uh-oh. It's not Sunday afternoon, is it? Sorry, just from the past.
So I don't know. Bear with me. I don't even know how to do this. Let's see. All right, I'll call on that one. So how do you make a long distance? I don't just hit the numbers, right? Don't I have to? Do I just hit the numbers? Let's see. Let's see what happens. You know what? You do it.
Okay.
I don't know what. I don't know what just got messed up here.
Hear it.
Our expert. So I have a Hicksville education. I don't know what I'm doing.
I feel like we should do this because that's what people call in and interrupt.
All right, whatever. Whatever you want.
All right.
So, all right. So, Kerry Godliman from the TV show Afterlife with Ricky Gervais. She plays his wife. She was also on the TV show, the Ricky Gervais TV show, Derek, where she played one of the aides that Derek had a crush on. Yeah, see, that didn't work, right?
Oh.
What? This number.
Yeah, I know. That just caught my eye.
That caught your eye. Oh.
Yeah, because it was like a number, so I thought maybe she was giving us more information.
What is it saying?
Nothing. It just dies.
Do you know what you're doing over there, Sally?
Yeah, typically. What did Elliot say?
He said if you want to get in touch with her, you have to dial. Let's call the operator. Let's do that. Hit 0 and say you'd like to make a long-distance call. And I'm going to put you on. I want
No, what do you mean call the operator?
hit 0. Yeah, hit 0 and say you'd like to make a long-distance call to England. But then move over that way because we don't want, if you tell the operator the number, we can't have it picked up on the mic. You know what? Should I move?
No.
Why won't you call the operator? We should have figured this out before we went on the
Hello?
air.
Hi, I need to make a long distance phone call to England, and I have the number, but I can't figure out how to do it.
All right, I'm going to turn this mic off.
Yes.
011 for a UK country code. What? What? I'm talking on the air.
I know, but I can't hear her.
That's why I told you to move.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, it's 0044.
I know. See. Shh. All right. I'm going to turn the mic off just for a second while she gives the number. Are you?
Say that again. Yes.
All right. She's about.
And then the number.
Elio's calling. He's going to give us instructions.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
0011.
011.
Okay, thank you.
Ken Pichelle was right. See, we're so used to technology with just FaceTiming and all that stuff that we don't even know how to work a phone anymore. We never knew how to work a phone. Who are we kidding? All right, so what are you're dialing and then you're jumping back to this chair, or she can't dial and talk at the same time?
Shut up.
Well, what? Tell me where to go. Big moment.
Nothing's dialing though.
Oh, now you just don't know how to work the phone. We've already lost 5 minutes of our time with Kerry Godley. Let's see. So, all right, so you,
It said the number can't be dialed.
you didn't dial 0111 twice, did you? You just dial, right.
Just once.
So what is it saying?
It said you have to check the number again.
Try it one more time. You definitely punch in the right numbers.
All right, I will.
007 will get you James Bond. Do you imagine they gave us a fake number? We were.
Operator. I'm just going to see if she can put us.
Yes, that's a good idea. Andy Placenos.
Hi, I'm trying to call Lynn, but I can't be able to do this.
We tried to get Graham Nash on here, and he agreed to be on the show. Graham Nash from Crosby, Stills and Nash. He agreed to be on the show. And then last minute, and I didn't even make the announcement because I just couldn't believe it. And then sure enough, we were about a day away from making it happen. And then he demanded money. His manager got in touch with me and demanded money to be on this show. And I was like, you're out of your mind, Graham Nash.
This operator is saying 044.
I don't really care. As long is she going to patch you through?
No, she won't.
She won't patch you through. Why not?
Okay, we were told by the last operator it's 011, so try 044 and that might work.
044.
Ah.
Oh.
We got the good operator this time.
Oh. Well, how good is she? She's not going to patch us through. Bear with us, Kerry Godleman. We're trying. What happened?
Okay, she said 011 is if you're using a cell phone, but if you're using a landline, it's
Yeah.
044.
Okay, great.
I'm on it.
I like how she had to stop to give us that little tidbit.
All right.
Bear with us. She's going to be on here, I promise. Tayyip. What are you doing over there?
I don't know what I'm doing over here.
I was like, you're out of your mind, Graham Nash. Are you going to yell at us?
044.
Elio Pace, are you going to yell at us?
I don't really care. As long
Is she going to patch you? Oh, what happened to him? Oh, I don't know. I answered it. Elio, I answered your call. I don't know where you went. Elio was calling to yell at us to tell us what we're doing wrong. Maybe he can call her for us and then just patch us through. It's a local call for him.
Oh, crap. I actually think I know what I'm doing right now.
Oh, my God. I am totally throwing you under the bus when we finally get her on the phone.
Hey, I just thought of something, so you're not throwing me anywhere.
I'm going to tell her. Sallie was doing it wrong this whole time. 8675309. Let's try that number. Oh, my goodness.
Why won't this woman just let us FaceTime her?
What is going on over there? Remember when you used to yell at me and accuse me of not working that phone right?
Well, no, you know how she has.
Go ahead. Are you going to yell at me?
No! Hello, mate. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
Very good. I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you having any luck with the call?
No. And Sallie, for some reason, she stopped. What are you doing over there?
Okay. Hi, Elio. I love you.
Hello, Sallie. I've got a feeling that
Yes?
what you need to do
Yeah.
is you need to dial 011.
That's
Then-
yeah.
You dial 011,
Right.
then 44, right? So that's the 011 is the US exit code, and then you dial 44, which is the UK code for the UK code, right?
Here's what the operator told us, though. At first, they said what you said,
I
and then
heard.
I called
No,
back, and then the new operator said it's
So, Sally, try this.
044 for a landline.
Well, yeah, the number she gave us has 0044 in the beginning. So that's the
Right.
code? Right. So Sallie has to
so-
dial 011, then the 0044.
No, you don't need the 0044. You just need 011, then 44.
Oh, okay.
I haven't tried that yet.
All right, let's try that.
All right.
Let's see if that works. She has
011, 44, and then the number.
Then why would she type in 00?
Because that's how iPhones store it, and because it's basically because it automatically adds the 11 when you've got plus. If it says plus 44,
So what am I doing?
011, then 44, then the rest of the number.
then the rest of the number, but the rest of the number
Yeah.
starts with a 0, doesn't it? Right?
So 011-044 or 44?
01144, and then the rest of the
Correct.
number. Right, but no,
Yeah.
the rest of the number does not start with a 0.
Correct. Then that's fine. Then
Okay.
that's fine. So there's no other 0 after the 4, the
Right.
last 4.
Right.
Correct. Dial that.
Right. All right. She's working on it. She can't think and hear at the same time.
The other thing that I would have suggested is that you did it using FaceTime audio.
We wanted to do all sorts of. It was, I think we're good. It was all set this morning to be.
Them calling you.
And no, talk to her first. Make sure you have it and talk to her. Make sure she's good to go, and then we'll patch her in.
Carrie?
It was all set this morning
I'm just gonna
to
put you
be
on the phone.
video chat, and then everything just got all crazy
Gotcha.
this morning. All right, but here,
Listen, I'll leave you to it. I'll leave you
okay.
to it, mate.
Thank you, pal. You were a
Bye.
big help.
Bye.
Okay, Elio Pace. Thank you. All right, we switching?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. Switch. Those are your headphones. Those are your headphones.
I heard you.
So, I know, but
heard
you're
you. I heard you. I heard you. Hello, Carrie. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Man, we are just dumb people.
We are a mess here today trying to get in touch with you.
You're not going to find dumber people than the two of us.
Why?
Because because we're morons.
Because we don't
come on.
call England often, and so we knew about the
Okay.
011 thing or 0011, but then we didn't know about how if you use a landline, it's just a little different. So we're
Oh
just
man, it's chaos.
banging away at a phone over here. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm going to be a little subdued because I'm in my garden and there's probably lots of people in lots of gardens.
Well, yeah, we've
So I'm not
noticed.
going to shout.
We've noticed you're a multitasker because we watched you on the Bellissimo report where you were going through. I don't know. There was some TV show that you and Ricky were zooming in on. You guys did an interview, and you were reading
Right.
a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
magazine and clipping out coupons and all. We're like, look at her.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I started watching.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so
that's
funny.
me.
Not to make fun of you, but I was watching. I was like over the weekend. I was like watching some of your stand up, and I was watching some of your interviews. So Tony was in another part of the house, and I'm like, you just have to come and watch this because like Ricky Gervais is like pouring his heart out. Like people have called me and told me their brother died, and
Oh,
how.
no. Do you know what?
how
I
much
didn't
they
know
loved
that I was on a video. I thought it was like an audio interview, and then I realised that I was on camera and that it was on YouTube. And I just couldn't look less interested. I'm doing sewing.
Eric is like, Ricky is like wiping tears from
I
his
know.
eye, and you're like, oh, I
know.
didn't read that magazine yet.
No, exactly. And also, because I'd done junkets all that day, so I was on my 50th.
Yeah.
So by
bet,
then
yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
and he was doing his spiel, and he wrote it. So I'm like, I'm only I'm just there for decoration. So I'm like, well, I'll just crack on with the stuff I need to get on with.
That's great.
He wrote your part so well. Oh my goodness, you
I know. I
nailed
was
it.
very lucky.
I have a 20-year-old boy, and he watched. He started watching like kids. They just like walk in and out of the living room, and all of a sudden, after about the 4th episode of the 2nd season, he used to go back and watch the 1st season because we were catching up on the 2nd season. And so here's this college kid, and he's like, "No, I'm serious. Don't watch any more without me."
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
amazing, isn't it? It really
Yeah.
does cut across ages, and
Yeah.
a lot of people say it brings people together, family members together.
Well, you're right. You kind of realize, that things could be cut short at any moment, right? So you guess you appreciate much more that way. Congratulations, right? Because there's definitely a season 3 coming, correct?
So I gather, but I mean, how are we going to shoot that? I don't know how that's going to work out in lockdown.
That's true.
But someone will be thinking about that, I'm sure. That's
and-
someone's job.
And hats off to Ricky Gervais, right? Because he appears from all of his different shows. He's very loyal to because he brings back a lot of the same people. Like, you worked on Derek. You were on what an episode or 2 of Extras, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I love that show too. So that's you don't have a lot of people that do that, So that's an interesting thing, and it's a great thing because everybody's very talented, excellent actors, performers, comedians.
it's lovely. You get to see it's like a repertory company, isn't it?
Right,
You get
exactly.
that feeling.
And how did he discover you? Was it from Extras, or did you already know each other?
I think, because I do get asked this, and I've never asked him.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm too embarrassed to ask him. But if I had to work it out for myself, I think it's either a combination of a few things. So I seem to recall that I went on tape for Extras, and maybe even I went on tape for The Office. I might even have been wheeled out and not got those jobs, but I think he's really good at remembering people.
Sure.
So I think that was kind of maybe an early connection. And then I definitely know that I gigged with him because there were occasions, like I remember once I was comparing a gig and he came down to do a little set because he was prepping for a big fundraising thing.
Right.
And I was comparing. So I definitely, our paths crossed on the circuit. So I think it might have been a combination of, because I always feel like I've got 2 jobs, and that is being a stand-up and being an actor. And I think he just he got wind of me in 2 worlds, like on tape as an actor and then as a comic in the clubs.
Yeah, I was guessing that he caught you as like a comic. Like that was my guess.
Yeah,
you see
I
that a little
think our
bit.
paths did cross.
You see that a little bit about in the comedy place that we work, where like someone will be working as an actor and a comic, and then they'll see other people opening for them or something, and they'll
exactly.
remember
and I
them.
think it serves you. That's why I think it served me well, because if I'd gone on tape, I'm just another actor on tape. But if I stick in his memory at a gig, then it's like, it's that woman from the tape, and there's just something more to be remembered by.
Absolutely. And we loved. We watched some of your stand-up, and we loved it. Fantastic stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Have you ever? I know you've been to the States, but have you ever done your stand-up here?
I have done bits and pieces. I did. I came over to do a film in LA about 5 years ago, so I did some gigs while I was over there. Just little, I seem to remember doing one above a Chinese restaurant, that kind, sort of open spots or that kind of thing.
Sure.
And then I came to New York last January, and I had some contacts there, so I did put a couple of gigs in. I did Broadway Comedy Club, I think.
Oh,
in
sure,
Caroline.
New York City. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've done a couple of clubs, more just out of curiosity and fun than a sense of trying to, break or build a career in America.
Well, I think you should rethink that, because Afterlife, I think, is going to make you more of a name. So you should cash in and get over here.
I know, I should. It was funny because my friend came to see me do the gig in New York, and I did 2 shows at Caroline's, And the first
Oh,
one,
right.
I was so nervous, I just rattled through it. And afterwards said to my friend, you know what, I didn't get laughs in all the usual places. He said, Kerry, you were going so fast. I don't think anyone understood a word that you were saying, because obviously I was doing it in English pronunciation and just going too quick. So then when I went back the second night, I really enjoyed it. And I thought, oh, I might come back and do some more shows.
Sure. That's actually what I was going to ask. How was it? Because your act, like you talk about, in one part you talk about the difference in some of the language, like the knickers, that bit, which I love that. But did you have to change a lot of your act to make it more understandable for people here?
Yeah, a few words, just a few words. I think it was more about pacing than anything. I think I was just expecting them to fully understand, what I was talking about, and a lot of them were just blinking at me. So, a lot of it was pacing, and not many phrases. I had this bit about Buddha, and you say Buddha, don't you? You say Buddha. So there were a couple of words like that I had to slightly tweak. Right. But other than that, no, I think it was it travelled.
And I think too, like you mentioned before, how acting and stand-up comedy, two different worlds. But I think in shows like the shows that Ricky Gervais produces, I think that really they kind of blend together, because that comedic timing, that it translates. And and the people that he has on his shows, including yourself, the comic timing is it's perfect. And a lot of that comes from stand-up.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the cast in Afterlife do live comedy,
right?
Whether they do stand-up or character. Like Diane Morgan, she does a lot of character stuff, and she used to do stand-up. And David Earl and Tom Baston. In fact, actually, all of them, all of them are from the live comedy, scene as well. Same in Derek. Like most of us did live. So we all know each other from the circuit and from Edinburgh Festival.
And speaking of Derek, how cool was that you got to play somebody that you got to smack people around?
I know. I got to hit people with rolling pins and headbutt them, and then be considered to be this, saintly woman,
right?
While at the same time highly violent. It was extremely fun.
And you're always like, I have a temper.
Yes, exactly. Very, very. I always think she's just like a lion. That's how I used to think of her. She was just a lioness, really.
And what kind of training is involved in that? Working on pretending to hit people, or there must have been some mess ups there. You must have smacked some people around by mistake. It
wasn't a real rolling pin. It was an extremely convincing rubber one. But when we shot that scene with the rolling pin, I was under the impression. So basically, I just went for it and just did what really was too much. My understanding was that Ricky was going to sort of edit it and cut into it and use bits of it. Yeah. He ended up using all of it. So I just looked like a mad, maniac, just beating the crap out of this bloke. But afterwards I said to him, I thought you were just going to use bits, not the whole thing.
That's great.
And he found that highly amusing.
You're dedicated to your craft. You make it look real.
Well, that's probably why
with Ricky, I just say with Ricky, when we're doing stuff like a lot of the stuff in Afterlife where he's doing pranks on me and that, I just say, right, we'll muck about, we'll keep it real, and then you just use the bits. Because that's how he's made the Lisa bits look real.
Hey, the guy you beat up, he's walking funny to this day. But that's the sake of art, right? That's the dedication you have.
Exactly.
That's actually what I was going to bring up is in Afterlife. Like, oh my goodness, you get cake thrown in your face.
I know.
You're
I had a whole
in the air on his legs.
Yeah. I know. I had a whole my prank day. I think it said on the call sheet. So I just went in and just had water thrown over me. There was one scene that he couldn't use because the camera hadn't taped it properly, where he got me to. It was a big bottle of soda, like fizzy lemonade.
Right.
And he said, "Oh, smell that." And then I had to lean over it, and then he smacked the side of the bottle, and it all shot up my nose and into my face. And he couldn't even use it. The camera hadn't worked properly. So, yeah, a whole day of being pranked.
Sounds like a real tough life over there on that set.
Yeah, cry me a river. What a tough job.
What's your favorite? Do you like the stand up more, or do you like the acting more, or is it just completely different?
I do. I really love both. I really like doing both. And if I do too much of one, I miss the other one. So I've never really had to decide. I think when I was doing more kind of circuit club stuff, that can be quite hard because you're on the road a lot. So when you've got kids and stuff, that's quite tough. So I'm always happy to be at home and then be doing acting work. But if I do it for too long, I start getting itchy and I want to get back to stand-up.
Sure.
So I feel pretty lucky that I can do both.
Absolutely.
And you do things. I was trying to look it up, but I couldn't seem to find it. You do a radio show. You did one with your husband. Your Bob.
Oh, I did a thing called Kerry's Less. Yeah, it was a sketch show. It was like a sketch, bit of stand-up, and that was for Radio 4. Yeah, my husband.
Is he a stand-up comic?
Yeah.
Does he act?
Yeah. No, he's not a stand-up. He's an actor. So he played himself in the radio show.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Now you also have a new show coming too. Adult material.
Oh, adult material. Yeah, that was meant to be on. That's on Channel 4. That was meant to be on, but they moved it because I can't. It's just because of the lockdown. So lots of scheduling has been jigged about. So yeah, that's now going to be on in the autumn. But that's quite a powerful 4-part drama about the porn industry, about a woman. It's a sort of workplace story, but it's all set in the porn world.
And
there's no porn in it.
But you
play, really? Damn it! I'll watch it anyway. But
are you like a judge? I forget what your role is. What is
I
your
play
role
a barrister. Yeah, I play a member of parliament. I'm an MP. I'm a politician.
Okay.
And then I fall from grace, and then I'm a barrister, and I help the protagonist with a legal battle that she's involved in. I love doing that. I've never played a part like that before.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
often play kind of blue collar characters. So it was really good to play a politician and a lawyer. I've never played those sort of parts.
And a drama, no less, too. So that's a nice change of pace.
Yeah, but her drama is great. I love your drama.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I think you're great at it.
Did you get Save Me over there?
What was that?
Did you get Save Me? The show Save Me with Lenny James. That's on Sky Atlantic.
No.
No, not familiar with it, sorry.
That's worth checking out. That's a really good drama. I had a nice one of the guest parts in that. But I like doing drama. I feel lucky if I get to do a drama,
Sure.
fairly regularly, not just comedy.
And you mentioned everything getting rescheduled with the with the virus and all. So my apologies. We should have asked right off the bat. Is everybody okay? You're okay? Everybody's all right in your world?
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
It's just it's hard to. You just have to deal with how you feel day to day, don't you?
Oh yeah, I think that's the case for everybody. Everybody's just totally upside down and anxious and just crazy.
It's crazy times. I mean, having the kids off school now for 3 months has been really challenging.
I bet. Are you guys doing the same here with online schooling and you have to help them?
Yeah.
Oh, I give you credit just for that.
Having little ones, like you have little ones, like that's rough. You actually have to teach them.
They're 10 and 13.
Little enough.
Teenager, little enough. The teenager, she just does her own thing. To be honest, I don't quite know what she's doing. And the 10-year-old,
you can
he's
help
great.
the
Actually,
10-year-old a little bit. No.
Yeah, we do some stuff with him. They've been really good, but I think there is a bit of a turning point now where I think it's been a long time, and I was really hoping they'd get to go back to school before they broke up for the summer, but that's not looking likely now.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
Like we have teenagers, and we're like no one wants to spend time with their parents more than a bunch of teenagers.
No, I know.
They're
really,
like going out of their mind.
For teenagers. Yeah, it's really tough for them.
And the pandemic has also pushed back some of your Bosch tour dates, but that's still coming.
Right. Well, it was, but again, I think the way things are, we pushed them all to autumn, but I don't even think that's looking likely now. Wow. I think they'll just get pushed back until. I think out of all the industries that are sort of gradually creeping back to work, I think theatres will be last.
Yeah, that's. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just don't see how they can do it. I mean, sure, they're going to try and work it out, but I just don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, here in the comedy club that we do this show from, they're put last on the list of everything that's going to reopen. Even Broadway, all the Broadway shows.
Really?
They're not opening. They've announced they're not going to open at the earliest January. So,
is that right?
Yeah, we just found that out just in the past few days. So,
wow.
Really? Gosh.
But so hopefully. Sooner the better, because especially now, we can definitely use some comedy. In fact, we have some people commenting as they're watching saying that they would love to see the cast of Afterlife do a comedy tour together. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good idea, yeah.
Absolutely.
That'd be wonderful. Well, quite a lot of them have supported Ricky when he's done big shows. I've done support gigs for Ricky, so a lot of us have performed on the same bill.
Sure. Very nice. All right, cool. What are you working on over there? You said you're gardening? What are you making? Tomatoes? What are you making?
Oh, I'm growing all sorts now. I mean, because of this lockdown, I've never done more gardening. So, it looks like Jumanji in my back garden, and I've completely thrown myself into it.
But
there's a lot of are you doing like online comedy as well? There's lots of online comedy going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedians doing that type of thing here, but it's but it's so odd because you don't hear a crowd.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, the energy is different.
No, absolutely.
There's a lot of places. Some restaurants here they're allowed to do outdoor dining. You still have to obey all the social distancing laws.
Okay.
And there are some places that are putting together, some kind of, little stand-up events that way, just outdoors. But
oh, cool.
It's better than nothing. It's still a little tricky, but yeah.
All of it's better than nothing. I mean,
Right.
I did my first online gig the other night, and I'd resisted it, really, from the beginning. I just said, no, that's not stand-up. I don't want to do it. And then finally, I did one the other night, and you're right, it's weird, and it's a compromise. But actually, the feedback was positive, and I think people just appreciate something, don't they?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they want to do everything. Like Tony does. He does game shows, and we do all kinds of different game shows. Like game shows.
Yeah, there's so many things you can sort of still put content.
So he did the first one the other day, and it was really nice. It was for a bunch of probably 16 to 20 special needs kids, and they all zoomed in,
right.
and they all had a blast. And he was really worried about ahead of time, and it just went perfect.
I mean, these things, you always think, oh no, it's not the same. But the people who enjoy it, they just want the connection, don't you? They just want to see other faces and connect and.
Do you get worried as far as sharing your material? Because or is it out there anyway, on YouTube or something?
Well, they don't put it on YouTube, so they stream live. So people kind of if it's a charity event or even if it's a monetized event, then they subscribe and then
buy tickets to
for that hour. Yeah, they buy tickets. So for that hour, it's online and then it goes away. So yeah, you're right.
Oh,
it doesn't. You're not giving your material over it.
Right, because that's what a lot of guys are doing here. They're doing their live stand-up act from their living room on Facebook, so it's there forever.
Yeah.
And I know that's.
Yeah,
that's
you see, I'd be reluctant to do that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
silly because
yeah.
If you want to hang on to your best stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Really,
Sure.
for when things go back.
Right. Okay. All right. So we don't want to keep you. It's 12 o'clock. And we had some trouble getting the phones to work.
Oh no.
But we
glad you called.
Absolutely, we thank you so much. I know we were a pain trying to get all this together, and it was all kind of last minute.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just because I'm sorry that I kind of looked in my PR. I was a bit like, but I'm so glad you called. It's lovely to chat to you.
Absolutely. Likewise, we thank you so much. All the best with Afterlife and adult material, everything else, and make sure you come on over here. Do something.
Yeah, I'll come and do a
gig. See you. What's that?
Yeah, I'd love that so much. I'll come and do a gig when I come over.
That would be great. We'd
awesome.
love to make that happen. That would be great.
Yeah,
and you come and have some laughs with us. KerryGodliman.com. That's where you can catch the latest about the tour dates and whatever else she's got going on. KerryGodliman.com. Kerry, thank you so much. Good luck with the gardening, and we hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kerry.
Thank you so much. Take
All right,
care.
Take care now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool. There you go. Kerry Godliman, ladies and gentlemen. She's delightful. She's so good on that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It just cuts out.
She's fantastic on Afterlife. She was great on Derek. I personally love her more on Afterlife. I think she's just.
It's a great
She's
show.
perfect in the role she plays.
Yeah.
But even on Derek, too, I thought she was just a treasure. She was really fantastic. And her stand-up is excellent. It'll make you laugh. So go check her out. That was fun.
That was really fun.
Nice job getting the phones going. Thank you to Elio for all your help.
It was
there,
actually Elio's idea that worked. Not the two operators or me fumbling around. It was actually what Elio said to do. That's what worked. So thanks, Elio.
Suzanne Fashino's watching. Kevin Mocker asked if there are any new episodes of Afterlife or Derek in the works.
They're gonna.
Yeah, there is a season 3 of Afterlife coming. Season 2 was just on like a month or two ago. So, and they didn't even film season 3 yet, and with the virus, so I'm sure it's going to be a while. But they said it's coming. Jeff Bosey said when you were having trouble with the phone, he said you should contact John Lithgow and he'll help you. Andy Plajanos had a lot of comments. Andy, I bet you were happy that we were finally talking to Elio because he helped us make that call. Greg DiFilippo. Pete Jenkins is watching. Fran posted the link, I believe. So check out Fran and help her vote and help her get onto that Hallmark channel. Aaron Milos is watching. Don't Hallmark movies test on animals? Andy Plajanos. Charles Goonan was watching. Joan Krupiasher. Dana McAllister was watching. Okay, there you go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, we don't have any guests or anything tomorrow, right?
Nope, nothing lined up.
All right, but tomorrow is Tuesday, so it'll be Tuesday trivia. We'll have Ken Pichelle up there. Maybe we'll get Gina and whoever else on the phone there. Tuesday trivia tomorrow on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Today is Monday, so we have Quarantine Life at 2 today. Who's hosting today?
Well, yeah, that's probably no one. Anyone want to host today?
Oh, somebody canceled today?
Yeah, but it's good news, where everyone's going back to work.
Absolutely. This is all a good sign. So
yeah.
the bad news looks like Quarantine Life may be coming to an end in
it depends.
Another week or two,
it's going to be
probably?
hit and miss for a little bit.
But that's a good sign because, like Sallie said, it means everybody's getting back to normal.
Yeah.
And then tonight at 6:30, we have Steve Squared. And then what's tonight? The Wort, right? Tonight at 8?
No, I believe
it is Jam?
tonight is Jam.
Oh, tonight's Jam.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing George Harrison tunes this week,
He
right?
is,
He did
so
John
it'll be
Lennon
really
tunes
fun.
last week on his show. This week he's doing George Harrison. Oh, for some reason I thought it was The Wort. Okay. So Steve Squared at 6:30, the Jam at 8 with Joe DeJesu. And then Sallie and I are back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. with Tuesday Trivia.